Hey guys, you're watching History by Year, and today we've got something awesome for you. The year 2025 witnessed a dramatic escalation in tensions between Israel and Iran, pushing the Middle East to the edge of a major regional conflict. Decades of animosity, proxy wars, cyberattacks, and nuclear fears reached a boiling point as both nations intensified their rhetoric and actions. What began as a series of covert operations and political threats evolved into a complex and dangerous standoff with global implications. At the start of 2025, intelligence reports revealed that Iran had significantly advanced its nuclear enrichment capabilities, bringing it dangerously close to weapons-grade uranium levels. This development alarmed Israeli leadership, who has consistently declared that a nuclear-armed Iran is a red line. In response, Israeli Prime Minister vowed to take all necessary steps to prevent Iran from achieving nuclear capability, echoing previous warnings but this time with a tone of finality. The situation worsened when a suspected Israeli airstrike targeted a key Iranian military site near Natanz in March 2025, reportedly damaging sensitive nuclear infrastructure. Though Israel did not claim responsibility, Iran quickly blamed Tel Aviv and vowed retaliation. Just weeks later, missile exchanges occurred between Iranian-backed militias in Syria and Israeli defense forces along the Golan Heights. These attacks caused military casualties on both sides and heightened fears of full-scale war. Meanwhile, the United States and other Western powers attempted to mediate behind closed doors, urging restraint and proposing renewed diplomatic negotiations over Iran's nuclear program. However, domestic pressures in both Israel and Iran made diplomacy difficult. Hardliners in Tehran demanded revenge, while Israeli citizens rallied around their government's commitment to national security. As the year progressed, cyber warfare intensified. Several Iranian oil refineries suffered cyberattacks that crippled operations, while Israeli banks and infrastructure experienced sophisticated cyber intrusions. Analysts believe both countries were behind these acts, using technology as a new front in their undeclared war. The conflict also spilled into international waters. Iranian naval forces intercepted Israeli-linked commercial vessels in the Persian Gulf, claiming they were violating maritime boundaries. In response, the Israeli Navy increased its presence in the Red Sea and Mediterranean, creating an atmosphere of constant naval tension. By September 2025, the UN Security Council convened an emergency session to address the growing crisis. Calls for a ceasefire and dialogue were issued, but enforcement remained difficult. Russia and China expressed support for Iran's right to self-defense, while the US, UK, and France stood by Israel's concerns about nuclear proliferation. Despite the rising tensions, no full-scale war broke out by the end of 2025, thanks to intense international diplomacy and back-channel negotiations. However, the fragile peace remains under constant threat. The world continues to watch the Israel-Iran dynamic closely, knowing that one miscalculation could trigger a conflict far beyond the Middle East. In 2025, the Israel-Iran confrontation became more than just a regional struggle. It became a global concern tied to energy markets, nuclear security, and the future of international diplomacy. As both nations stand firm on their positions, the question remains, will the world see peace, or is the next great war just a spark away?